Pomni reminds me of vintage wind-up clown dolls. I had one when I was a kid whose head spun around while the music was playing. Jax is a lot like Happy Bunny posters and accessories that were really popular in the mid-2000s. They featured an unassuming bunny saying something sassy. His design also resembles Mickey Mouse, with the gloves and simplistic design. Ragatha is a direct homage of Raggedy Ann. Her one button eye could be an allusion to Coraline, trapped in a world that is not her own. Kinger is obviously a chess piece, and he seems to be the weakest character of the group, like the king in chess. It's interesting that all the floors are checkered. Gangle's faces are the comedy and tragedy masks. Their emotions change depending on the one they are wearing, like the character Hexadecimal from Reboot, and both have a red body. Suvo looks like colorful prints that used to be popular in the 90s, especially in movie theaters. Bubble could be an allusion to Domo, with its big teeth and round black eyes. Kane's head is wind-up teeth, and his big eyes on top are a lot like Ubi. Blunt Queen is very similar to the Sandworm from Beetlejuice. They also resemble the Nulls from Reboot. Kaufmo's abstracted form damaged Ragatha and Pomni. The way the Nulls touch damages sprites. The Fudge looks like the Cookie Monster and wants to devour sweets the way the Cookie Monster devours cookies. The circus has the same vibes as 90s and 2000s computer games for kids like Math Circus and Kid Pix. It also has bright pops of color, like the inside of Chuck E. Cheese and other interiors of fast food places in the 90s, and resembled the play areas. It's also a lot like the more modern concept of the back rooms. The circus is like the water park rooms with the bright slides and spiral staircases. The fake exit leads to an office-like labyrinth, like the first level of the back rooms. The exits there are tricks that lead you deeper into the labyrinth, like the fake exits Pomni keeps going through. Pomni and Gummy Goo glitch through the ground and fall into an area that resembles Tron. The way a person glitches through the ground and falls into the back rooms in Kane Pixel's short film. In some parts of the circus, the walls are like castle walls. It is a bit similar to the show The Toy Castle, which has a colorful set and cast of characters who happen to be toys, like many of the cast and some of the minor characters, like the monkeys, and a lot of objects in the background. In the 1994 show Reboot, digital people called sprites live in a digital world and have to play games to be the user, a human. In the two-part episode Identity Crisis, Dot has an identity crisis in a digital circus called the Funhouse. She has to transform into a clown to play the game. It is similar to Pomni having her identity crisis in the digital circus. Dot's white face with a black tear mark also looks like Gangle's. The worlds they go to LARP in are a bit similar to the games from Reboot, and the sky when Pomni and Gummy Goo glitch out of the world resembles the GameCube from Reboot. Gummy Goo leaves the LARP like the game sprite Andrea leaves the game after she gets to know Enzo, the same way Gummy Goo got to know Pomni. Before they enter the game, Kane says that he has made a better AI for a more immersive experience. The AI in Andrea stands for AI. The wooden mannequins that fill up the background are akin to the biomes from Reboot that make up the minor characters. They fill up the background and take less time to animate. Candy Carrier Chaos is a lot like the game Candyland, and the princess could allude to Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. The animal pulling the carriage looks like an Eopie from Star Wars Episode 1, and the music playing in that scene has the same vibe. This world also seems to be a candy desert, with a mirage visible when Gummy Goo is looking through his binoculars. It gives off the vibe of a spaghetti western, and the truck chase scene is a bit reminiscent of Mad Max and the pod racing scenes in Star Wars, as well as the Reboot parody of Mad Max. Being trapped in this digital world is like the characters in Sword Art Online being trapped in a game. It also calls back to Dot Hack's sign, where the main character had amnesia and was unable to log out. Jack's sucking up the ghost was an homage to the first ghost the Ghostbusters sucked up in the hotel. The creature jump scaring from the dark is very similar to the Smiler from the back rooms. Baron Theodore Milden Hall's recordings are like the audio diaries in Bioshock recorded by the citizens of the underwater city of Rapture, specifically Atlas, who speaks often of his wife and child. He later betrays the protagonist and is revealed to be Frank Fontaine, the villain of the story, just as the Baron betrays Pomni and Kinger. The entire vibe of the mansion and its dungeon mirrors the setting of Rapture as well.